Sonny asked. Are you worried about your reputation? Eileen shifted her weight and turned her head so that her cheek pressed against Sonny's chest and the line of curly hair that spread from her breast to breast like wings. On her dresser, a framed picture of Jimmy and Caitlin lay face down. She always turned the picture down when she was with Sonny, and it never helped. On the other side of the black cardboard, Jimmy Gibson had just tossed his daughter in the air. His arms are outstretched as he looks up to Caitlin's delighted face, and waits eternally for her to return to his arms. I suppose I am worried about my reputation, she said. Your being 17 wouldn't look good. But even worse than that, you're a Dago. You don't seem to mind. I don't. But the rest of my family's not so open-minded. How come some of you mix have it in for Italians so bad? You Italians don't have any great faith, love for the Irish now, do you? It's different, Sonny said. He put his arms around her waist and pulled her closer. We knock heads with you, he added. But we don't hate you like you're scum. Some of you Irish, you act like Italians are dirt. Oh, Eileen asked, are we getting serious now? A little, Sonny answered. Eileen gave the question a moment's thought. The bedroom door was closed and locked, and on the back of it, Sonny's jacket and cap hung from the top hook. Her work clothes hung from the bottom hook. She stared at the drab blouse and skirt, and through the closed door to the kitchen beyond, and beyond the kitchen to the red brick walls of the apartment house, where she could hear Mrs. Fallon out of the fire escape beating a rug of a mattress. Tap, 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 or a blunt object striking something soft. I suppose, she said, to lots of the Irish you're not white now, are you? They think of you like they think of the colored, like you're not the same race as the rest of us. Do you think that? Sonny asked. Do you think we're not the same race? What do I care about such things? Eileen said. I'm sleeping with you, aren't I? She lifted the sheet and looked under it again. But you are a monster, Sonny, she said. My God. Sonny pushed Eileen onto her back and hovered over her. He liked to look at the whiteness of her skin, how creamy and soft it was, with a small reddish birthmark by her hip, something no one else got to see. What are you thinking, Sonny Corleone? Eileen glanced down and said, Never mind, I see what you're thinking. Sonny pushed her hair back off her face and kissed her lips. We can't, she said. Why not? Because that would be 3 times this afternoon. Eileen pressed her hands flat against Sonny's chest, holding him at bay. I'm an old lady, Sonny, she said. I can't take it. Aw, come on, Sonny said. He kissed her again and nuzzled at her breasts. I can't. Eileen said, Stop. I'll be walking funny for days as it is. People notice. When Sonny didn't stop, she sighed, kissed him once, a perfunctory kiss on the cheek, and wiggled out from under him. Besides, it's too late. She got up from the bed, found a slip in the dresser drawer and threw it on. Cork might come around, she added. She gestured for Sonny to get up out of the bed. Cork doesn't come around in the afternoons. Sonny fluffed a pillow under his head and folded his hands over his stomach. But he might, Eileen said, and then we'd both be in trouble. You sure Cork doesn't have any idea about us? Of course he doesn't have any idea about us, Eileen said. Are you mad? Sonny, Bobby Corcoran is an Irishman, and I'm his sainted sister. He doesn't believe I have sex at all. She kicked the mattress. Get up and get yourself dressed. I have to bathe and go get Caitlin before 6. She tucked her watch on the dresser. Good Lord, it's already 5:30. Ah, nuts, Sonny said. He got up, found his pile of clothes by the side of the bed, and started to dress. It's too bad you're such an old lady. He zipped up his pants and got into his undershirt. Otherwise, he said, I might have to get serious about you. Eileen took Sonny's jacket and cap from the door. She folded the jacket over her arm and held the cap in her hand. This is a fling we're having, she said, watching Sonny button up his shirt and buckle his belt. Cork can't ever know about it, or anyone else for that matter. I'm 10 years too old for you, she said, and that's that. Sonny took his jacket from her and slipped it into it as she rustled his cap over his curls and pulled it down on his head. I'm having dinner with a pretty girl on Sunday, he told her. She's 16 and Italian. Good for you. Can't say. I'm having dinner, yeah. She's 16 and I'm Italian. Good for you, Eileen said, and took a step backward. What's her name? Sandra. Sonny reached for the doorknob but kept his eyes on Eileen. Well, don't you ruin her, Sonny Corleone. Eileen put her hands on her hips and looked at Sonny sternly. 16's too young for what we're doing. And what is it we're doing? Sonny asked, grinning. You know full well what we're doing, Eileen said. She pushed him out the bedroom and into the kitchen and followed him to the front door. This is nothing but a good time, she said, getting up on her toes to kiss him, a peck on the lips. Nothing but a good time and a roll in the hay, she added, and she opened the door for him. Sonny glanced at the hall to be sure they were alone. Next Wednesday? Sure, Eileen said. She winked at him and closed the door, and then stood with her hand on the knob and listened as Sunny ran down the steps. Christ, she said, thinking about the time. She hurried to the bath and got into the tub while the water was still running.